Do you know how to bring out the best in others? Even those people you dread at work? Let's see what the science suggests. Hi there, Michelle here from McQuaid TV, where we're helping you find ways to move from functioning to flourishing by putting the latest science to the real-world test. Now, it's inevitable, with all the different types of people we meet through our work, that every now and again you'll come across someone who you don't quite click with. You know who I'm talking about. Those people whose phone calls you put off returning, whose meetings you find reasons to avoid, and who always leave you feeling just a little bit unsettled after you've spent time with them. Now don't worry, we've all been there at some point. The truth is, while it's relatively easy to spot the worst in others, finding the best in people and ways you can bring more of this out in their work isn't something most of us naturally excel at. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you walked into a meeting with a colleague or even one of your leaders with the deliberate intention of spotting their strengths? Now, the answer doesn't roll off the tip of your tongue. Don't feel bad. Scientists have long understood that while we all share a deep psychological need to be respected, valued, and appreciated, the negativity bias hardwired into our brain makes us much better at spotting what we don't like about other people rather than their strengths. So, is there a way you can retrain your brain to help you see the best in others? Drumroll, please. Well, to be honest, here the science is still catching up. There is a growing evidence base that when leaders focus on spotting and appreciating the strengths, rather than the weaknesses of their employees, people perform better. But how does it impact people whom you're not leading? I saw the power of spotting strengths in others firsthand when I was lucky enough to spend more than a decade working alongside a man named Jim Steins. Jim was an Irishman who came to Australia to play professional football and along the way donated his time to help thousands of teenagers find the confidence to achieve their dreams. He was a master at looking for the strengths in others and then telling them what he saw. Now, I only came to fully understand the profound impact of this very simple but incredibly powerful act after Jim passed away in 2011. On the day of his memorial service, thousands and thousands of people gathered to pay their respects. After the service, as we chatted with people lingering in the crowd, I was amazed at how many people had a story of Jim seeing something good in them and making sure they knew what he saw. And with most of them, this wasn't a recent moment, yet despite the passing years, the memories still burn brightly for them. Why? Because so few people bother to look for the best in us, and even fewer people have the courage to tell us what they see. So how can you start spotting the best in other people at work? Now, if like me, you're not as proficient at Jim at seeing people's strengths, try these 3 simple steps to spotting strengths in others. Firstly, before you head into your next meeting or conversation at work, remind yourself to look for the best in the people you'll be seeing. As things get underway, watch for the moments where they're more engaged, energized, and enjoying what they're talking about or doing. Now, often their bodies will literally start to lean into the conversation, the body language might become more animated, and the tone of voice and pace of speech tend to be uplifted. Secondly, as you leave the meeting or conversation, use the cheat sheet below this video of VIA character strengths to help you spot which strengths they may have been using. Again, think back to those moments when they literally lit up in the meeting. Which strengths might have been in action? Then finally, follow up your interaction with a call or a note of thanks for their time and include a little appreciation for the strengths you saw in play. Say, for example, if you think their strength might be curiosity, you could say, "Thanks for taking the time to meet today. I really valued the questions you were asking to help us get a better outcome on this project." Now, as I've experimented with this in my own relationships at work, I've discovered that more important than actually getting the strength right every time is showing up with the willingness to look and the courage to offer appreciative feedback. It takes only a moment of my time but it's been instrumental in improving even my most difficult relationships at work. Want to spot the strengths in someone else right now? Then share this video with your family and friends and tell them what strengths you appreciate about them. And if you'd like more practical and playful ideas from the latest science on human flourishing, then be sure to subscribe or stop by michellmcquaid.com, leave your name and email address so you can hear it all first. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching Shell McQuaid TV. Remember, you are good enough, so don't be afraid to let your light shine. Until next time, take care. Do you remember what's your brother's strengths?
Pee-pee.
What's your mummy's strengths?
Wee-wee.
What's your daddy's strengths?
Anky.
What's your dog's strengths?
Oopie.
Are you very good at spotting the strengths in others?